Turn pain to progression in every studio session. Turn pain to progression in every studio session. Turn pain to progression in
Welcome to Pain to Progression with Regis Arzu. Money management for the rest of us. Now, who's the rest of us? If you speak Spanglish, you are the rest of us. I'm going to the sala to get mommy's chancletas. Sometimes that's how it's done. Alright. Today's Q&A Wednesday, where I take the questions you've messaged on my Pain to Progression Facebook and Twitter page, or the questions you've emailed me to my pain2progression@gmail.com. Now, please reach out to me for financial questions only. Carlos, I don't know why your sisters are ugly. That's not a question I can answer. I'm sorry. I guess the struggle is real. It happens. So guys, I'm on cloud 9 right now. I know you're probably tired of me saying this, but I am so appreciative of the positive feedback I'm getting. A lot of you reach out to me to tell me you loved my Monday's episode. Now, finance, I know back and forth. It's my world, but I'm still shy when it comes to this podcasting thing. So I'm like a little kid all blushing when you guys tell me how much you love the podcast and its content. Thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing some of your success stories. And remember, financial success is a state of mind. So if you want to let me know that you bought your first stock, that's success. If you want to let me know that you opened your online savings account, that's success. That gets you closer to flipping this world upside down. We're not going to be those have-nots for too long. Watch. I feel a strong movement happening. All right, enough about me. I am called to serve you. Let's jump into our questions. Trey from Houston, Texas writes, I'm 19 and I was trying to apply for a credit card to build credit because I know credit is important, but I don't have any credit to apply for a credit card to build credit. That doesn't make any sense. What do you recommend for me to build credit? Thank you. Trey, great job on knowing about your credit and looking into what you have to do to build it. You know how many people listening wish they knew what you know at your age? That's awesome. So, this is a common question for people with no credit or bad credit. How do you build credit when no one trusts you enough to give you credit? Okay, there's two options here. If you have a parent that has good credit and has a credit card that they do not use often, you can ask them to be joint on their credit card, and you can build credit being joint on their credit card. You don't even need the card. So if you're a parent listening, add your kid on the card, and you don't even have to give them the card, so there's no risk. They will build credit faster this way. You can share your credit history with them. Now, the other way is to go to the bank or preferably a credit union and apply for this thing called a secured credit card. The only thing is that you need $300 or $500 down for this. It depends on what the minimum the bank says you need to apply for a secured credit card. The way it works is that you give the bank $500, for example, and they hold your money and give you a credit card for that $500. They hold on to this money in case you default on your payments and you can't pay your card. For them, then there's no risk on the loan. These are typically automatically approved because of the minimal risk. Now, either of the two should work. You just have to save for the secured credit card. It's worth it to build credit. Now, just an FYI, you will get the money back after 6 months to a year when you make the credit card unsecured. A loving mom writes, how do I set my son to be in a better position than me growing up? I made some pretty bad financial decisions. I owe everyone, and I know I made all the wrong decisions when it comes to money. But I don't want this life for my son. He deserves better. Thank you in advance. First and foremost, Mom, you are doing what you can do. It's really hard, and there may have been no one there giving you this information I'm giving you right now. So don't be so hard on yourself. Honestly, it's really hard. This is a system where we are set up to fail. But with the right knowledge and information, you don't have to fail. So I have a few ideas for you. The first is that you can open up a savings account for him and don't touch the money until he's old enough. Another thing is that you can open a college savings account, also known as a 529 plan, and don't touch that money until he's old enough to use it for college. And the last thing is that you can open up a Roth retirement account for yourself. The good thing about the Roth retirement account is that you can take out of that money only what you contributed without penalty. But you cannot withdraw the interest accrued or you will be charged a 20% penalty fee. With this idea, you could save up for retirement, but if your son needs it when he gets older, you can use it for him. Now, I don't know if you caught it, but there's one thing that all these recommendations have in common. They all consist of saving and not having your son touch the money until he's older. Imagine what you could have done with a few $1,000s when you turned 18 or 21. Now, I want to give you some advice to you and any other parent listening trying to give their child a better life. I call it super mom and super dad syndrome. This is when you go hard for your kid, but don't think about yourself. Listen, you can best inspire your child through your actions. You can best inspire your child as a role model, meaning that you have to take care of yourself so that you can best take care of your child. You are a better contribution to your kids if you are in a better position financially. Try to work hard on fixing your situation now so he can know what it feels like to grow up in a good financial situation. Or if he sees you struggling to fix it, he can learn from your struggles. Setting him up financially is great, but where will he learn what to do with that money when he's older? And you really can't give him advice he doesn't see you actually taking. I mean, you can, but trust me, he won't listen. Being in a better financial situation just makes you feel better emotionally and financially. I wish you the best of luck. Hope that helps. Julie writes, I own my home. I own my 11-year-old car free and clear with no loan on it. Throughout the last few years, I've accumulated $15,000 in credit card debt due to my divorce. I want to pay them off and be done with the credit cards, but it seems like I'm getting nowhere. What is your best recommendation on how to best tackle the credit card debt? First of all, I want to say I'm sorry or congratulations on your divorce. It happens. Also, I want you to know that I've seen a lot of situations where the divorce causes huge debt or bad credit. That's very common. Now, this idea wouldn't work for you because your car is fairly old, but for anyone else listening, this may apply to you. If you have a car that is maybe less than 10 years old and you owe less than it's worth, you can take out a loan on that difference and pay off your credit cards. You'll be paying off something with 21% interest with a loan that will be 3 to 5%. Another option, which may apply to you, Julie, is using the same concept for your home. If your home is worth $100,000, for example, and your mortgage is $75,000, you can take out a loan on the $25,000 difference. It's called the second mortgage. So you could take out a loan from the difference to pay your credit card. Once again, it wouldn't get rid of the debt, but you'll be able to pay it faster, paying off something with a lower interest that had high interest before. It should make it easier to pay off. Or another option is to go old school. Just cut the credit card and put every extra money you have on the payments. Do not use the cards. It's really hard to pay off a credit card when you're still using them. Anonymous writes, I got furloughed and I don't even know what that means. Feels like I got fired. What's the difference between furloughed, laid off, and getting fired? Or is there even a difference? I'm sorry you got furloughed, Anonymous. It's rough times right now. Now, the good news is that you got the best of the three, which sounds weird, I know. Furlough means that there's no work for you, so you can't work anymore. But you're still employed by the company. And even better than that, you still have insurance that the company is paying for you. Now, being laid off means that the company cannot afford to employ you anymore, and they have to let you go. In that case, you are not employed and you no longer have insurance. And the last one is getting fired, which means you are not doing a good job at your work according to your employer, and they have to fire you. In your case, you're doing a good job. Unfortunately, your job cannot afford to keep you for now, but you are still employed, and as soon as things get better, they will call you back into work, and you still have a job. Good luck. So, I talked a little earlier about being shy when it comes to this podcasting. That I am. One thing I am not is insecure when it comes to this finance stuff. I am very confident when it comes to know what to do with money. I promise you, I'm very good. The reason why I love doing this podcast is because I spent so many years in the bank making them rich, and somewhere I was like, what about your people, Regis? And this is not about a black and white or a Garifuna thing. I'm talking about people from our upbringing of all races and all cultures. So I'm telling you this to say, I guarantee you if you do all my call to actions and take my advice and accept my answers to your questions, you will be in a much better position. I guarantee that. And I don't use that word very lightly. I am a man of my word. I urge your listeners to listen and take action. This honestly doesn't do anything for me. I'm doing okay. I want you to do amazing things too. I really, really want to flip the world upside down. And what that means is those that are not doing well and living on top will live on top. Those that worry about money will not have to worry about money anymore. And those that are not informed about how credit and money works will completely understand how money works. And they'll make those money moves. I couldn't help myself. um, and if you're someone doing good, I challenge you to do bigger things. And please share with everyone how you got to where you are. Message me. I can interview you so that other people can learn from you. Let's get it. Anonymous asks, someone sent me a link for a Robinhood app. And I said, this looks super easy. Then I'm like, wait, how do I know I'm gaining money? How does Robinhood work? How do I make money with this app? All tips are appreciated. Hey, Anonymous, I'm glad you're looking into investing. So one of the advantages of buying stock with Robinhood is its amazing interface. It's literally made for beginners like you that don't know a lot about stock. The app will give you recommendations. It will tell you when to buy, hold, or sell stock. Hint, always hold. It shows you how much money you have invested in total and how much you have invested per stock. It also allows you to do a deeper dive into the stocks in case you want to read about the company. And best of all, it's minimal cost, from like free to $1 a month. Hope that helps. If you want my recommendation on a stock that may help you make money, I just bought stock in Hilton. It's selling for $76.40 with the highest value of $115 a share. Hotels are doing horrible with this pandemic, so buying now is good. After the pandemic is over, people will travel hard and the stock will go up. Just my recommendation. Hope this helps. If you have any more specific questions, please continue to reach out for me. I'm rooting for you. Joseph from Colorado asks, I had a call telling me that they have been trying to get a hold of me to get me my stimulus money. I have not received my money. I just hung up on them because I thought it was a scam. Now, I'm second guessing myself. Was it a scam? Interestingly enough, I got the same phone call. A few weeks ago, I warned you all about some of these scams that is happening because of this stimulus money. So I want to tell you, Joseph, you did the right thing. It was definitely a scam. If you haven't received the money yet, you can check irs.gov/coronavirus/get-my-payment. I have it on my show notes. And you can check that out to find out where your money is. The physical checks went out last week, so maybe it's coming to you via mail. The postal office is really backed up due to being short-staffed right now. Now, just a heads up, the government will never call you to ask you for information for your money. Hope you get the stimulus money really soon. Good luck. Katie from Atlanta asks, I got laid off and I'm waiting for my unemployment checks. I'm grateful I just got my stimulus money, but when am I going to get my unemployment money? I'm really stressed out. I've never been out of a job and no one is hiring right now. Oh man, I'm sorry, Katie. I know these are really stressful times. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Unfortunately, I don't have great news for you. A lot of the states are having issues getting unemployment money to people. This is the most we've ever had people file for unemployment at one time. Like ever. What that means is that everyone is waiting for their money right now. For whatever it's worth, when you receive the money, it will be back paid. Now, a huge chunk of the $2 billion stimulus money went to states that need to pay out unemployment to its people. While you're waiting for that money, please take advantage of the opportunities you may have, like skipping on mortgage payment or skipping on rent if possible. Other options are skipping on your loans if the bank allows, or temporarily getting your credit card to 0%. Now, you also have the option, if the lender allows, to do all of the above. Hopefully, some of those things will help you stay afloat. Hope that helps, Katie. I'll be praying for you and anyone else going through a similar situation. Good luck. Okay, my P2P family. I hope there was some great actionable information there for you. I'll see you Friday where I'll interview someone new that I hope will inspire you. If you want to contact me, please check out my website at pain2progression.com, which I'll add on my show notes. Now, this information is for you to use and grow financially, but it's also for you to share. Please subscribe and share. Paying this information forward is how we can help people like your fellow brothers and sisters. Let's learn this information they try to keep from us and flip the world upside down. Thank you so much for letting me serve you.